Welcome back. XR here once again with Alea Jacta Est, the turn-based ancient Rome strategy game from Slytherin Games. And yeah, so we're looking at the start of, I guess it's our third turn, right? January, February, March. I guess it's the start of our fourth turn. We've had three turns go by. Um, and we are still. Oh, we made a breach over here. Um, Trying to take Greece back from the Pontics, secure it from the Pontics, and then head back here to deal with our Roman Civil War going on here. Let me just look at our updates down here, which is usually a good thing to do in the first part of every turn. Made a breach in Nola. That's what this is. You'll see here the besieged symbol. I think we've got one over here. These guys might be covering it up. But I showed it in the previous episodes. That besieged symbol kind of looks like this, but the background's gray. So now there's one breach in the wall, so we've got that one there. But it's a level 2 fort, so we can't actually assault it until we get two breaches in the wall. But what I'm more concerned about over here is this guy. He defeated our forces in Rome. I'm going to combine these. We've got four units of urban militia here, which are basically like the city garrison, and some Roma receipt, which are like supplies that are locked in the region, I think. So they're defending Rome, but we've got this army sitting outside here. It's a small army, but you can see here we've got 2 dots. It's the strength of our forces in Rome, and 2 dots are the strengths of his army outside of Rome. But he defeated our force that we had in the province, but wasn't able to take the city. So he may try to do that, but I'm not sure there's anything we can do about it at the moment. This is where our main combat is going to be going on here. I don't know why this guy came up here by himself, but he is. He's only got 1 dot. We've got 5. This is a huge army with an excellent commander. And you'll see here the envelope is white, so we are active this turn. So I'll pass his check as the most senior general. Anyway, let me get back to this. I get distracted. Pontus is besieging Byzantium, but has achieved nothing this month. We looked at that last time. This big Pontic army here is besieging Byzantium, which is currently under our control. Blah, blah, blah. Merchants are active. Merchant fleet. Delivered money. Upkeep of units, 42 denarii, but we're still earning money. Garrison in Roma has been mustered. It must happen automatically because they're under attack. People are recovering. We've lost the battle. So here's the battle that was fought. Then again, if it's in red down here, you can double click on it to bring up a more detailed message about whatever it is. So this is the battle. I went over this very briefly at the end of the video last time, but I was running out of time. So let's just look at this in a little more detail now. This is the end of the battle report. You'll get one of these here, and the battles are actually really in depth. Like there's a lot of calculations and stuff that goes on behind the scenes, but it all happens behind the scenes. So this is all basically you'll see at the end. So what we're seeing here, this is just their commander. He's 533. This is our commander's 323. So he's a better commander. They also had a lot more men. They had 25,000 men. We had 14,000 men. They lost 1,300. We lost 3,800. So they definitely beat us. Here's the initial forces, and you can mouse over these to see what they are. These are supply. We had a bunch of auxiliaries and a bunch of urban militia. He had light infantry, cavalry, skirmishers, line infantry, legatus, which is the commanders, and auxiliary. So he had a much bigger force than we did. And we lost 3 whole units, 3 whole subunits of the Roman auxiliaries. Oops, didn't mean to close that. And the individual hearts are hits suffered, but they didn't actually kill. Like these are individual guy deaths, not subunit deaths. So like when you bring up like a legion here, these X3 represent like 3 of these whole units, whereas the hearts just represent like health of the units or individual men. We can see down here, this is some of the other information about the battle. At least one army fleet had defensive posture. Your luck rate on combat roll dice is 48. At the beginning of the combat, 24 of your units benefited from favorable ground. So all this stuff goes into the calculations. There's not much you can do to control it directly once the battle's already started. And then down here we've got some other stuff. Percentage of units, yours and opponents, which were supplied during a battle. 100, everybody was supplied. Trench effectiveness in percentage for your units. A rating above 100 means the units are in a multi-level trench network. 400. So basically, we were very defended. Percentage of units had ammunition, percentage of units which were inside the city during the battle, 54%. Those were our units. The percentage of number of elements, yours and your opponents, which were routed, 4. Yeah, and then this is same, and it was raining during the battle. So that's the summary of this battle, which we lost. You can also go to a very detailed combat report, which goes unit by unit and breaks down what they did during the combat. And you can change it, to the different rounds of the combat to see how your individual units performed. So it goes really in depth if you want to. All right, so let's go back here. Blah, blah, blah. This is all just the stuff, and then just extreme heat in the desert. And Cyrene there. So that's all. Nothing really major happened that turn. This guy moved up here, but my Sulla's army was resting. He was in defensive posture to rest, so he did not attack this guy. If you'll recall, defensive posture gives you defensive bonuses, but you will not necessarily engage enemies unless they attack you. But now our strength that we had lost from our long march has recovered a lot, as well as our unit cohesion, which is the purple bar, which was the reason we ended up losing the strength, I think, was because we ran out of cohesion, has also refilled because they rested for a month. And we did capture the city as well. Could have sworn last turn it hadn't been captured yet, but well, now it is. They might have just switched. In fact, I might say something about that in here. It may have just switched allegiance to us because it has no defenders, and we were just kind of hanging out there like, yo, look at our giant army. I don't see anything about it. I could have sworn it was still pink last time, but whatever. It's ours now. But I'm going to switch him to offensive posture. So if this guy doesn't move, he will attack that guy when the next turn calculations happen. I'm really interested in what this guy's going to do. I need to go down there and attack him. But I don't want to do it if I don't want him to avoid me, basically. So I'm in a better position here right now because if he comes up this way, then I can pursue him rather than having my guy go down here and then having him simultaneously go up here and then having to turn around. I think that makes sense. This guy is going to continue to march over this way, but what I'm hoping to do is he's going to stop and besiege each of these cities along the way. So what I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to do is beat this guy up pretty severely and then turn around and deal with the other guy. But we'll see what happens. Now we've got this guy over here, the ship guy, who we need to send. Where is he? That's him, right? Yeah, Lucullus. We need to send. There's still storms everywhere. He needs to get over to Crete to try to recruit some more ships for us, but there's still storms that I really want to avoid because they can do some serious damage. Alright, I guess I'm just going to have him stay put for now then until these stormy weather clears out. Because it's not going to do me, he's only got, the one ship right now. It's not going to do me any good if he sinks on his way over to the first stop. Okay, so let's shore up our forces in Rome as well. Especially these guys here. There's 3 legions here and they're locked. But if they try to attack this area, I want him to be able to withstand it. So this also will give me a chance to look at the unit recruitment, which I haven't done yet. So as I said in the last video, if you push the eagle, press the eagle here, you get your unit recruitment. Then at the bottom here are all the units you can recruit, and if you click on that unit, it shows you where you can recruit them. The green ones are the places where you can recruit that unit. Now note that there are actually regions associated with these. Uh, like this is Legio Italia, and they can only be recruited in Italy. Now, it just so happens right now that I can only recruit legions in Italy, but in the Caesar versus Pompey scenario, for instance, you control a large portion of Gaul, which is modern day France up here. And there, in that scenario, you can recruit legions in both Italia and legions in Gaul, and I'll say Legio Gallica. And so they're separate from each other because they draw from different manpower pools. This is Equites, which is cavalry, and these are Macedonian, which you can recruit from these green provinces. This one is Equites Asia Minor, which where can you recruit those? Way over here. So we've got auxiliaries Italia, auxiliaries Asia Minor. These guys are archers. You'll notice Romans don't really have archers. All the Roman units are use javelins, but you can recruit archers only right here in Crete, and I guess over here in Rhodes as well. Oh yeah, it says Creta-Rhodus. So those are good to get, and these are the city urban militia guys. And we've got supply trains and then boats, and then these blue guys are our Byzantine allies, I believe, the Greeks. And you'll notice we can only recruit most of them right here in Amphipolis, which I guess is a Greek city. What you need to be aware of when you're recruiting them is basically also how many you have available. There's actually a limit. So if you see, it's this number in the black up in the top left. But if you mouse over it, it actually says on map 3. So we've got 3 Italian legions currently somewhere on the map. Available 5. So we can only actually recruit 5 more legions for the duration of the scenario. In addition, the overall combat strength is 148, which is what it shows in the white box there. And then it has the construction costs, which are money, morale. As I mentioned before, it actually costs your national morale to produce new units, and days. So it'll take 120 days, which is 4 turns, to build this unit. During which time it will be locked in place, and it'll be there. You'll be able to see it, and its strength bars will slowly fill up as it builds. So let's build another legion here in Ancona to support this guy. So to build it, you just click and drag to the place you want to build it in and release. So now if we click on Ancona here, well, let me close the recruitment menu first. If we close on it, click on Ancona here, you can see we have all these different tabs, which are our different forces. So here's the main force here, the Italia Exercitus, which is the one that's locked in place to the 3 existing legions. Then there's another tab for the urban militia, which are the city garrison. This is a separate commander. I'm not really sure why he's there by himself, but he's also locked. I think, can I combine him? Yeah, I can combine him there, so then that'll give that army more command. And then here, in its own tab, is the First Italica, which is the new legion that I'm raising. And you can see now both of its bars are empty, and as the turns go on, it will slowly fill up as it recruits and trains men. So that's how you recruit units. Let's also recruit a couple of these archers over here in Crete. And then I can only make 3 of them, so I might as well do it. I'll recruit all 3 of them. They're pretty cheap. And then when I finally get Lucullus to sail down there, he can pick them up. Okay, so I think that's all the recruiting we want to do. So let's close the recruitment menu. And I think that's all we can really do this turn. So let's end turn and see what happens. This is going to be the most interesting area. So we'll end the turn. Let it process. And see what is going to happen. As I mentioned before, it does kind of take a while for it to cycle through all the calculations it's making about what's going on. There we go. Guys are moving around now. He's coming up. Is he actually going to attack us? No, he's not. I don't know where that other guy went who was there. Okay, so they're being very cautious here, which is probably wise. But I feel we are more than powerful enough to take him on, so I'm going to order my guy to attack him, which will take me just 6 days to catch up to him. We've got an impedimenta there. Give him another supply wagon, which actually increased his time to travel, you notice, from 6 days to 7 days, because impedimenta are slow, so the more of them you have, the slower your army will travel. But and you'll notice this icon here, the like white, I guess it's supposed to be 3 soldiers walking with like an X on it. That symbol means that this army is pursuing an enemy. So he is locked on to pursue this Pontic general, and if the Pontic general moves, he will attempt to follow, to catch up to him and engage him, which is what we want. Alright, let's take a look at our messages here. We surrendered to Populares in region Lucara, losing 2 units. We lost 1. Where did that happen? Over here. Well, they backed off of Rome, which is good. But they captured one of our other areas, Lucara. Where's that? It's got to be one of these. Oh yeah, right here. They captured. The city surrendered without a fight, really. So that's no good. We lost 1 national morale point. That's not a big deal, though. We've got 2 breaches here now in Nola, so we can assault the city with our 1 legion. We've got siege equipment here, so I can't. He's not activated. See, this is where it's kind of annoying. He failed his activation check, so he's not activated, and you need to be active in order to assault. So he has to stay in defensive now because he's not activated. Hopefully next turn he will activate, and then we can take the city now because we've got 2 breaches and it's a level 2 fort. If we go over here, we can check the progress of our legion here, which is just beginning to recruit, but as I said, it was 120 days, which is 4 turns. This guy was the guy who was outside Rome. Oh no, this guy was the guy who was outside Rome. He went down here, now he's besieging Neapolis, which is a level 3 fort, so that ought to be able to hold out for a while. Have the storms let up at all? Yes, the storms are all gone now. So let's get Lucullus on his way to Crete. Why didn't that work? There we go. He's going to go to Knossos here, which is the first stop from the cities that we may be able to recruit from. And I think for the most part, let me just browse through our messages here. Yeah, political maneuvers. We've gained 1 EP. That reminds me, let's look at our decisions again and see if anything else. We've got 2 merchants back. I knew we were going to get 1 back at least because I had put 1 here at Delos and then it revolted and joined our side. So let's assign those merchants again. We'll just assign them to some bigger cities over here. No, that's wrong. Yeah, there we go. They'll generate some more money for us. What does Urbe do? I'm flashing it because otherwise my sticky keys will try to turn on, and there's no way to remap it, which is annoying. This generates victory points and engagement points. God damn it, I did it anyway. Engagement points and costs 100,000 denarii. I think I'd rather wait on that for now. Yeah, what about in F4, which is our... I don't think we need to do any of this stuff yet. We could try to raise more money, but it would cost us victory points. We don't have enough yet to spend all willy-nilly. So yeah, I think we are good to end the turn again and see what happens this turn. We're now pursuing this army, so hopefully we'll get an engagement and kick his butt. But we'll see what happens. Waiting for the calculations. I have a fast computer too. I've heard tell that on computers with slower processors that the turn processing can take even longer. All right, here we go. He just stayed there and received us. Optimate's victory. So we won. We went into this battle with 40,000 men. He had 33,000. We lost 1,300. He lost almost 4,000. We didn't lose any full units. He lost 3. And we probably, hopefully, took some prisoners too. Yeah, 1,000 prisoners, which is pretty good. Okay, so we'll see what happens. He's a decent general too, 444. But he's going to try to retreat. Yeah, he went back to Thebes. This is a stalemate in Byzantium. So even though they had a lot more men, 69,000 men in this army, assaulting 6,400 inside the city, we lost 6,000 of those, which means there's only like 500 survivors left in the city of the military. But it was still a stalemate. They couldn't take the city. Those 500 guys are boss. Oh, they attacked again. Oh, it was a stalemate again. 600 men for 68,000 men, and they still failed to take the city. That's awesome. They killed 400 more of them, though. Sucks to be you. Jeez. Good job, Byzantium. We're gonna lose it, but he's holding that guy in place. That's awesome. All right. Blah blah. Stuff is going on. Anything vital? We won a battle against Pontus. Yeah, that was that big one. Byzantium, 2 draws. Drought in Gallia. Minus 100 supply, but we don't have anything going on up there. Extreme heat and summer diseases struck our forces in areas with hot climates. That's going to be down in Africa mostly, I think. I'm glad they're leaving Rome alone, because Rome is worth a lot. He's still not active. We've got 3 breaches now in a level 2 fort, and he's still not activated, so we can't take advantage of it in assault. That is super annoying. Why did you not fulfill your thing? Is that not where I was supposed to go? Alright, go there. Maybe that's where I was supposed to go. I have to pick up those archers here anyway, who should be ready. Yeah, why are they separate? I thought I made 3 of them. Well, either way, they're there. I'll pick them up on my boats when he gets there. Okay. So this guy, he retreated back to Thebes, so we're going to chase him. And we might as well put ourselves in assault posture so that we can just overrun the city and take it. We're more than strong enough. Our strength and cohesion is all back up to max, and it's only a level 1 fort. So we should be able to just overrun it as soon as we get there, whether or not he's there. If he falls back even further, we should still be able to take the city. This guy is up here. Is he besieging? Yeah, he's besieging Amphiplos, but he has a really small army. I almost wonder if it would be worth it for us to send our guy here. He's got hoplites. We've just got auxiliaries. We're not activated either, so no, it's not going to be possible this turn. But if we were activated, I almost wonder, because he's so small, if we could go up there and drive him off before the bigger army shows up. Yeah, not much action in Italy right now. We've still got a decent amount of money. I almost wonder if we should start a second legion. Let's start recruiting a legion in Rome to bolster our defenses there. That'll make it harder for them to take it from us. Probably should have done that last turn, but not always the best at planning ahead. Okay. In Rome. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's end turn once again. See what happens. It is now this is the month of June, year 87 BC. Alright, they finally took Byzantium. We had mustered some more men, so we're 1,300 men in there, but they still had 66,000, so it was really only a matter of time. So they've taken Byzantium now. We also lost this, which was a naval battle, which was our seeing force there. Here we utterly destroyed. Wow, we wiped them out. This was Thebes, Battle of Thebe. We lost 1,300 men. They lost everyone who was involved. They had 10,000 men basically in the battle. Every single one of them died. We wiped them out. Their general did fall back. You can see he ran like a coward. But Thebes is now ours. Which is a good thing. Slaves surrendered to us in Venusia. Oh, good. We didn't even have to assault Nola. They just surrendered to us. In that case, I'm going to move him over to Neapolis. This is one legion here. Neapolis is a level 3 fort. And it's a level 3 fort and is also a more important objective city. So having that legion there will help to defend that. He's back to besieging Rome again. And we've now got our legion here, but it's still slowly building up. This legion is coming along. One more turn and that legion ought to be ready to go. Did our guy end up in Knossos yet? Yes. Lucullus lands in Crete. These were just the other battles? Yeah. When Lucullus lands in Crete with the hope of finding new ships for the Roman fleets against Mithridates, he has no clue whether the inhabitants will sell vessels to him or if they should hold him for ransom. You never know with these amateurs of piracy. But despite his best oratory talents and his gold, he only receives sympathy, no ships. At least the Cretans have helped replenish the Roman supplies. Okay, so that was Crete, where we actually, how much chance did we have there? Oh, I guess it removes it so we don't get to see. But we should go to next Pamphylia or Cyprus. Where's Pamphylia? I don't know where that is. Cyprus is over here. Yeah. The Salamis is one of the cities. I think Pamphylia is over here somewhere. Alexandria is also one of them. Is it Sidon? Might be. But let's also pick up those Lucullus. There he is. Pick up those archers. There we go. That we built there. And let's send him on his way. Wait a minute. What was the other? Selinus or Cyprus. I don't know where Selinus is. Oh, there it is. Okay. That's before Cyprus, so we'll go there next. Drag him on over to Selinus. It's going to take him 12 days to get there. And then let's tell Sulla here to pursue this guy again. Still an assault. Take this town when we get there. I really want to just beat this guy down, because then we can turn around and deal with this guy who is now going to start coming this way. Who are these guys? These are... Oh, that's that one guy that's over there. I don't know why it switched to showing his unit instead of his general, but is our guy active? Yeah, our guy's active now. I don't know how strong hoplites are in comparison, but we've got 2 auxiliaries and a cavalry here, so let's send him over there in offensive posture and see if he can break that guy. Yeah, so I think that'll do it for this turn. Just about at half an hour, so I'm going to end the video here. But stay tuned, and next time we will continue.